Hello everyone, this is Professor Santosh Pagare from KJ Somaiya College of Arts, Commerce and Science, and today in the session of Business Communication we will be studying about remedies to overcome barriers in effective communication. As we have studied earlier, there are barriers in effective communication and they are related with physical, psychological, mechanical, linguistic and cultural barriers. So in today's session we will just see what are the remedies to overcome those barriers. So let's see. First, physical and psychological barriers. Physical barriers can be overcome by not doing very important tasks if a person is physically and mentally tired. Psychological barrier is very difficult to overcome as it in the mind of the human being, and this barrier can be overcome only with conscious effort of oneself. In linguistic and cultural barrier, linguistic barrier can be overcome with improving one's vocabulary by just reading as much as possible and developing communication. To overcome cultural barrier, one has to understand the culture of community and understand their language and way of living. Even if a person speaks English, it is spoken differently in different states and countries. It is necessary to understand the same at the time of effective communication. Mechanical barrier. To overcome mechanical barrier, one has to understand the devices he intends to use. If the user does not know the procedure of using the instrument, then it will be a barrier to communication. If the instrument is not working properly, the speaker should stop using it rather than persist using the same instrument. Fourth, information to the employees. The employees must be informed regarding the objectives, plans, policies, procedures and authorities. This helps to avoid conflicts and understandings. An employee must know the company's working environment. Proper listening. Whenever the manager gives his own suggestions and viewpoints, he must allow his subordinates to fully express his feelings, emotions and ideas. In order to have free and frank response or feedback, there must be emphatic listening. Developing proper interpersonal relationships. In any organization, proper relationships should be developed between different people who work there. A superior should show respect for the self-esteem and authority of his subordinates. He should be kind and sympathetic towards his subordinates. They should also respect and trust their superior and inform him about the work and progress in the organization. Suggestions should be appreciated and there must be a feeling of mutual trust and confidence between the superiors and the subordinates. Communication through actions and deeds. It should be remembered that actions and deeds often speak louder than words. Whenever work-related information is communicated by the superiors to the subordinates, the responsibility will be on both of them to act according to the orders and instructions. The superior cannot get away by saying that since he was one of who passed on the instructions, he cannot be held accountable or answerable to anyone down the line. It is expected and required of him that both his actions and deeds match with the instructions given to his subordinates. Use of proper language. The communication message should be drafted in simple, direct and meaningful language. The use of technical and complicated terms should be minimized as far as possible. This will help in minimizing distortion. Use of the gray point. In certain cases, information is not transmitted through the official channels of communication. For example, resignation of a top-ranking superior may be communicated through grapevine. In order to improve the effectiveness of communication, grapevine also is useful to remove the barrier. Use of audio visuals. Equipments which will make communication better should be used. Modern audio-visual equipments enhance the quality and understanding of the communicator. It makes communication easy and attractive. Though quality communication can be done without audiovisual, but it is necessary to use one whenever it is available as it makes life of speaker and listener easy. Some of the audiovisual aids are writing boards, flipboards, transparencies on overhead projector, PPTs, video on LCD panel, and use of audiovisual in special circumstances. How we can overcome the noise? Efficiency of message is greatly reduced by noise at the place where communication takes place. If noise is made by a working machine, the machine should be switched off before communicating the message. If it is not possible, the place of communication should be changed. If noise cannot be avoided, it should be reduced to the minimum. Empathy. Empathy means the power to identify oneself mentally with another person. Communicator and communicatee should identify each other's thoughts, feelings, and needs before communicating with each other. This will overcome differences in perception. How to overcome emotions? Barriers arising on account of emotions can be overcome by understanding receiver's emotions before communicating. One should deal with emotional encounters before transmitting messages. Written communication is more effective in dealing with emotional persons than the oral communication. Train the managers. When managers work with people from different cultures, they should be trained to understand cultural experiences. Language translators can also be appointed to know the language and culture of different countries. How to overcome prejudices? Miscommunication because of predefined notions about the sender should be overcome by focusing on the message and not the messenger. Open mind. One should be receptive to ideas, suggestions, and improvements. With open minds, one can accept suggestions and improve the ability to communicate better. Attentiveness. Paying attention to the sender improves communication between the sender and the receiver. Attention is necessary for clear transmission of ideas, thoughts, and information. Choice of medium. Choice of light medium of communication is essential for effective communication. Official information should be sent through formal channel, but feedback on the same can be obtained through formal and informal channel. The objective of communication will not be served if the choice of medium is not correct. Organizational structure. When information is filtered due to large number of levels in the organizational hierarchy, the organizational structure must be designed in a manner that it avoids filtration of information because it is passing through too many hands. And last one is feedback. Feedback is very important in improving communication. The easiest way to ensure that communication has resulted in mutual understanding is to observe the behavior and action of the subordinate and notice how far has actions conformed to the requirement of the message. In order to provide the necessary feedback performance, report questions, clarifications, suggestions, and proper listening are very useful. So in today's session, we have learned the remedies to how to overcome the barriers in effective communication. So in next session, we'll go out for the next point of business communication. Enjoy learning and let's stop here. Thank you.